Welcome to another episode of Pyathlon. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how you can host a serverless website in Amazon S3. So the first thing you're going to need is an actual website that you're going to host. And if you already have a website that you want to host, that's great. You can skip to the next part of the video where we're actually in AWS. Otherwise, you can get a free Bootstrap theme. And what this is a website that you can modify or customize however you like. And it's free, so you can just download it. So this is the actual theme we're going to be using in this video. So this is what it looks like. You can change this text to whatever you want or change the images. And so how do you get this? Well, you can go to Google and you can type in Start Bootstrap Theme. And then you'll see startbootstrap.com comes up. You can click Themes. And then this is the thing we'll be using. It's called Freelancer, and this one is free. So you just click this free download button, and then you'll be able to download it. So once you have your theme, we'll go into AWS, and we'll actually go into S3 and start hosting our website. We're logged into the AWS Management Console. We're going to actually go to S3. So you can either click S3 if you've been there and recently visited services, or you can just type in S3 in the search bar, and then click it once it pops up. And it might take a second to load. But once you're in S3, you'll see buckets. Buckets are where you can place your files. They're similar to folders, but they're not folders. The buckets is a different thing. And now you'll see that I don't have any buckets in this account, so we're going to click Create Bucket. And you're going to have to give your bucket a name and a region. I'll just leave that region as the default for now. And for bucket name, this has to be unique across all buckets in AWS. It's not just unique within your account. Remember, it's unique across all buckets in AWS. So I'll call this Pyathlon Serverless Tutorial. I know it's a really long name. And then this block all public access. We're going to want this website to be accessible via the public internet. So uncheck that. You have to acknowledge that you're turning off all of these settings, and therefore your bucket will be public, so make sure you check that box and acknowledge. Versioning, we don't need versioning on this, we'll keep that disabled, but that allows you to have multiple versions of different objects, and you'll have the ability to revert back to prior objects, and you'll be able to have delete markers and a lot of cool features that we don't need for this tutorial, but if that's what you want, you can enable that. We also don't need any tags. Default encryption, you can enable that if you want. It's server-side encryption. I'll just leave it disabled, and we don't need to do anything to advanced settings, and we'll just create our bucket. Alright, so once your bucket is created, click its name, and now we're actually going to put the files into this bucket. To actually put our website files inside of our bucket. So to do that, you can just open up Finder or whatever kind of file directory your computer has set up. And make sure you're inside the Start Bootstrap folder. So make sure you're inside that folder, and you're just going to copy all of the elements in it. So this is exactly everything you should be putting inside of your file. But you can just drag it, and then you'll see this menu that says drop the files and folders you want to upload here. So you can just drop that. And it's going to prepare the files, which might take a couple of seconds. And then when it's done, scroll all the way down and click Upload. And when you upload, it might take a couple of minutes at the most. It should be pretty quick, but I think it will take a couple of minutes, so I'll just come back when it's done. It will tell you that the upload was successful, and then you can click under destination. You'll see the name of your bucket, and you can just click that, and that will bring you back to your bucket, or you can just navigate back there through the menu. But either way, now let's actually enable static website hosting for our bucket. So for that, we have to go to Properties, and scroll all the way down until you see static website hosting, and then you can click edit. For static website hosting, click enable. We're going to host a static website. The index document, type index.html. Remember, index.html is a file that was included inside of that Bootstrap code that we downloaded. So we're just telling our website that's going to be our entry point of our application. That's going to be our index file. For our error document, that's optional. We don't need that, and we don't need any redirection rules. So we'll just click Save Changes. And that might take a couple of seconds. Alright. And that's how we enable serverless static website hosting on our bucket. It's create a bucket policy that allows people to actually view the contents of our bucket. So for that, we're going to go to permissions and scroll down until you see bucket policy. We're going to click edit. You can click this button to copy your ARN, which is Amazon resource name, I believe. And we're going to go use the policy generator to generate this policy. We're not going to type it out ourselves. So for the type of policy, it's going to be an S3 bucket policy. The effect will be allow. For the principal, put an asterisk there. And what the asterisk means is a wildcard character that means anyone. AWS service that autofills for S3. And the action is going to be a get action. So we scroll down. It's going to be get object. That's the name of the action we're looking for. So you might have to scroll down until you find that one. And then for ARN, that ARN we just copied, paste that in there. And then click add statement. And then click generate policy. Alright, so for this, just copy everything. Make sure you have everything from that first opening curly bracket to that last closing curly bracket. And copy that. So you can click close. Now you can exit out of this window. There's nothing else to do here. We can go back to our management console and paste that policy in there. And then click save changes. And okay, so this error is just saying we have our bucket here, but we need to actually give the resource shouldn't be the bucket, it's the contents of the bucket. So to tell AWS that, you have to do a slash and then the asterisk, and then click save changes again. And it successfully edited the bucket policy. Now that's everything we have to do to create this static website. And now it's publicly accessible. We've enabled the static website hosting. Now all that's left to do is go get our URL and actually visit our website. Navigate to the Properties tab and scroll all the way down. And then you'll see this URL. You can click that. And you'll see the website that we just hosted. And so you'll see in the URL, that's the name of our bucket. And then everything hosted on AWS S3 will have this file extension on the end, the S3 website US East 1, which is the region we're in, .amazonaws.com. And if you can also edit all of the HTML before you upload your files to your bucket. And so this can be your resume or whatever else you want your website to be. Show you is how you can actually edit your website. Now, if you're already familiar with any kind of web development or HTML or CSS, then you can skip ahead to the next part of the video. But if you're unfamiliar with it and you just want to know how can you change the text or the picture on your website, then I'll show you how you can do that now. So the first thing you need to do is navigate to the directory where you have your website files stored. So all of those files we downloaded from Bootstrap, wherever you have that saved on your computer, navigate there either using Finder or your directory. And we're going to open our index.html file. The index.html file, that's what we specify as sort of the entry point for our website. So when you go to that URL, the page you'll be shown is the index.html file. So we need to open this and edit it. So you can right click and you can choose which application do you want to open it with. I'm just going to open it with Code Runner, which is a development environment that's specific to Mac, but you can use any development environment you want. You can even use something like Notepad++. So I'll give this a second or two to open. Once that opens, you'll be brought to a screen that looks similar to this. And if you don't know anything about web development, this can look a bit intimidating, but it's much simpler than you think. If you're using a good development environment, it will have color coding, and I will walk you through the important things that you will want to change on this website to make it your own. So this is the title. So when you're in your browser, the thing you see on the top of your tab, that's the title. So you can change that by changing this text here, what's between these title tags. In my development environment, for the most part, the stuff you would want to change is everything that's in white. So this title, this plain text that's in white, so you will want to change that. If you want to change the name that's presented on the top of the website, you can change this. And then if you scroll down a little bit farther, these words in white here, that's your navigation bar. So if you want to change, say from experience to development projects, then you would change that there. But I'm just going to change that back. And also, what's here, these href equals, and then it has hashtag about. That just means when you click this button, it's going to bring you to anything that says ID equals about. So if you want to send this to a different part of the page, then you would change this. And then once again, these are the actual sections, the pieces of the resume. So if you can change your name, you can change your address, you can add your email here, and then say this is your objective statement, you can change that. And then everything else that's in white is fair game to change. Obviously, if you have web development experience, you can go a lot deeper into this and change whatever you want. But I'm just giving a very high level overview for people who don't have development experience. So all of this stuff that's in white on my screen, it'll probably be in a different color on yours. But that's the kind of stuff you would want to change to make this website your own. Comment and subscribe on this video, and when you subscribe, make sure you click the alarm bell so you get notifications when we upload. We have a lot of good content about programming in VBA and Microsoft Excel, about programming in Python and game development, and we also have a lot of videos about cloud computing and AWS on the way, as well as data visualization using Tableau. So please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel so we can continue to give you all this great content for free. And please visit us on our website, pyathlon.com. Here we also have our 4 courses posted. Currently we have the Python Basics course and Game Development in Python using Pygame posted. For our YouTube channel, then be sure to leave a comment that says I subscribe, and I'll try my best to get to all the comments and either reply to or give them a heart. And you can also leave video recommendations in the comment section, and I'll try my best to make a video accommodating your requests. These videos are for you. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know where you think this channel should go or what kind of content you would like to see. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.